happening, Greg? I watched the new episode of Invincible this morning. Um, that just came out. Uh, Quite a good episode. I'm liking Invincible season 3 a lot. I think I've reached a point with the show, and I reached a similar place with The Boys this last season,
Hmm.
where I'm like, I'm liking all these new seasons, and I think the shows are still good. But I'm realizing now, I don't think I'm gonna ever reach the like heart pounding excitement and intensity I had for the first seasons of those shows. Like, I again, this is from a perspective of someone who's never read comics, but like watching Invincible season 1, every week when those new episodes came out, I was like, holy shit. I was like, holy shit. And when I woke up on a Thursday, my brain was just like, Invincible, the new episode's out. It's out. I have to like watch this now. Like as I'm sitting down, like so we're like it's it was just such a like it was like appointment viewing, and every episode just like shocked me. I was like shaking in my seat watching it. It was awesome. I just don't think the show's ever gonna give me that again. That's fine, but it's good. It is still really good. I like the stuff they've been doing with like Mark and his family. The stuff with his little brother has been really creeping me the hell out. I think that the like I don't want to say dark turn, but it kind of is like a darker turn for like Mark as a character. This season has been kind of interesting. It's almost like almost Spider-Man like symbiote esque, where I mean it's less melodramatic, but where he's just this character is just like he has lost his like his lust for life. He is not the happy, smiley, I want to be a good guy superhero that he was before. Which I mean, I can't blame him given the things that have happened. But it's good. There have been a couple teases that I've like that they've had in these last couple episodes that I'm like, oh shit, oh we're doing that. Okay, that's cool. Um, a lot more actors. I've seen people criticize Invincible for having so many like famous actors in it, playing its characters. Because even like the new season, like their new character, I think Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, is like in the new one. They got the dude from like Blue Beetle is in this. There was a news story that came out that said that like they've offered Bryan Cranston like a role in this show every season, and he's turned them down every year. Maybe the new show. I don't mind. I think all the actors in it are good. Like even I mean, Walton Goggins as Cecil is so good in this. And this might be his best season yet, just as a character. His arc I think has been so fascinating. Um,
He's my favorite
but yeah,
character because
Cecil,
he's
yeah,
yes, he's the human aspect of this whole show. Like he's the
mm,
one, he's got a responsibility. That's the whole thing. And we're like you said before, we're seeing that arc of Mark becoming like understanding that like the boys does, like superheroes are fun and they're good guys, right? But like no, like it's like the entire world is a shade of gray. There is no black and white. There is no straight with like you have responsibilities. I
oh
think in the
man,
comic, it's been a while. In the comic, they do that a lot slower. I feel like he went against Cecil really quickly. In the comic, I think it's a slower process, but I mean, it's just time wasted. I think they're trying to get to like the bigger picture.
yeah,
I love it. I do
um,
think that Adam Eve's character has taken two steps backward because she used to be this strong, independent female character, and now she's like, "I'm your girlfriend," and it's just like that's her
right.
arc. I'm like, really? Like she
Mhm.
that, and then like if you watch the there's like a prelude to her origin, like she's
Her solo episode is so good.
yeah,
It's so good.
yeah,
I,
and
I love it. That's one of the best episodes.
yeah, I feel like because it's been decades since I read the comic, but like I feel like she was the contingency for Omni Man, and she doesn't realize how to use her powers against. Like she's probably the most powerful character in the whole show. She can literally manipulate atoms. That's her whole ability. She can turn anything into anything. So like,
She
why
doesn't
couldn't
even
she just
feel
turn an
it.
Omni person into a puddle of water? Right. So I think she'll learn that. I think she's the contingency plan for Mark. Is her, and that's you're gonna see that conflict, right? Like she was made to counter the Virtue Mites because she can just
Right.
instantly snap her fingers and kill one, but she's not there yet. I
Yeah.
think her character did take a step backward though. Like I don't know, maybe just too early to tell in the season. I feel like she has nothing to do right now, and they keep interjecting her. Um,
Mhm.
but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
enjoying. I still enjoy it. I love the science of it. Like you said, it's great casting, great voice acting, great animation. There's the great
Yeah.
scene where they're like, "Can you take care of your guy, please?" And he's like, " they're just normal dudes." And then he starts hating him, and he's like, "Yeah, just normal." Like, I think that's
Yeah.
great because, like, in comics, they always line up a hero with a villain of like equal or similar like power, right? And so like Superman doesn't go up against the Joker very often, but because he would just grab him and be done. There's like really no problem. And they
Yeah.
go there, right? They're going against people that are out of their weight class all the time, which is what gets me on edge, right? Like someone's gonna die. I was like, Invincible's gonna accidentally kill somebody. You know what I mean? Just on accident. Yeah, but not yet.
Um,
Maybe later.
you I want to go back to what you said about like Cecil being the best character in the show. I
Mm,
might agree with you. It's such a well-written character just on his own, but he also serves as such a great way for the audience to realize how dangerous Mark is. Because with him being the protagonist, we see everything through his eyes. We know he's a good person. We know he's not like about to become evil like his dad, like everybody fears and whatnot. But like when you see from Cecil's point of view, and he's justified in like having all of these backup plans in case Mark goes crazy or turns evil. And I like that Cecil presents himself as like this stone-faced, like straight-laced dude who's like got to make the tough decisions. But like whenever we see him when Mark's not around, you realize how terrified he is of Mark. There's a scene like in the newest episode where again Mark's like yelling at him, asking him questions. Cecil's not giving him answers. Mark's like vaguely threatening him, and then like Cecil's just giving him like the straight face, and he leaves. And then I forget the name of the assistant's like, hey, like what do we do like if Mark like actually does like come after us? And Cecil's like, we just gotta pray he doesn't, man. And it's like, cause this dude is fucking dangerous. Like, so I love seeing that like that exterior crack where he is just like he's terrified of Mark. He's afraid of that dude, but at the same time, he's like the main person standing up to him and confronting him and telling him he can't do shit. I love seeing both sides of his character, and he's got, I think it was in the second episode, maybe the third one, the best quote of the season so far, where he was like, "We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys who save the world, but we can't be both." That quote from the episode was so good. I was like, this is excellent. Yeah, so I love all the setup they're doing. I agree with some of the Adam Eve stuff. I like her character a lot. I love Gillian Jacobs. I believe that's her name. Britta from Community, who plays her. Um, I like a lot of her moments. They have a couple of really good scenes in the episode. But I do agree. I mean, I love her solo episode when that dropped. I was like, this is one of the best episodes of the damn show. Um, she's good. But yeah, a lot of it is also like the comic book romance stuff that's a little hit or miss for me. But still a great show. I dig it a lot. I'm excited for the rest of the season. I'm glad they're not breaking it up into two halves this time around. We can get a regular flow of episodes.
yeah, and we had a little fun in the multiverse. We don't need to live it. We're not living there though, right? It was cool to see like different relations of Mark go where he goes evil. He's just like, I've been to 1,000 universes, and in 98% of them, you side with your dad. That's a great line in the second season.
Yeah,
So like
yeah,
it shows that Mark's like an underliner, like this is a different Mark than we've seen in every other timeline, which is also cool. And we don't have to keep going back to those. We can just focus on this Mark.
mhm,
All the characters are growing, like if character wise, like their emotions, their personalities,
yeah,
their responsibilities, like it's a coming of age story, really. It's a superhero coming of age story. Mark understanding the power. He'll come around, I'm sure, because Cecil's right. Like he's a
yeah,
threat. You know what I mean? Like if he decided to go rogue, nothing could stop him. And like
yeah,
he's seen that because we've seen 3 Virtumites already come to Earth and they couldn't do anything. Like they just couldn't do
yeah,
nothing. They could do nothing.
yeah.
Their strongest
It's just
hero is the
like
Immortal, and he can't. One he's tried to one, and one he can't.
yeah.
So
I mean, it'd be like if a civilian was walking around with a nuke, like
yep,
just like a
can't do.
random
Yep,
dude in Kansas just had
yep,
like a nuke in his truck.
yep.
The government would be following that guy around at all times. Um, yeah. So I'm digging it. I'm excited for more. I still dig this show quite a bit.